Huh? No, the seat is not taken. I don't know if this is like a class that would have like taken seats, but yeah, no. Oh, okay, sure. uh, that's yeah, that's fine. Huh? I'm sorry. No, I guess I wasn't really expecting people to talk to me here. Well, when you transfer to a new school in your senior year, uh, and all of the friendships have already been made, and all of the connections have already been made, it's kind of not conducive to friendships and stuff. It's nice to meet you too. I'm Colin. Um, just kind of, you know, ended up here, I guess. It's a long story. It's like a really long story. Yeah, and we only have like 5 minutes before class starts, so we don't really have the time for that type of story. I don't think, at least. Uh, uh Long and short, um, I just kind of ended up here. I told you it's a long story, and that's what it's gonna be. So, do you like math? I don't know. People like math. I mean, if people didn't like math, well, where would we get all of our like actuaries and accountants from, and all that jazz, right? Take Yeah, you're right. You can be good at something and then not like doing it actually, but there's got to be at least a percentage of people who go into those fields that actually like what they're doing, right? I don't know. Uh, I'm not particularly special or anything, but I figured some AP credits could help on my college application at the end of the year. So say la vie, right? Oh no, I'm not. I'm not taking all AP courses. I'm not. I don't have a death wish or anything, but I am taking like two or three. Sure. Yeah. No. It's in my binder somewhere, and here it is. Yeah. It's a it, I kind of came in last minute, so I didn't have super large amount of choices or anything. Really? Like all the same. Like all six of them the same. I don't know. You've kind of been teasing me a little bit, so I don't know if I necessarily believe you. Do you have your schedule so you can provide evidence of this claim? Well, yeah, that that all matches up. So I don't know. You sure you want to be you want to make your study buddy the guy that you literally know zero things about? You have absolutely no preconceived notions of me. You've just entered into what is at most a 5-minute conversation, and you're thinking that that we should go for this. What a ringing endorsement of the school. Everything's boring. Good to know. I don't know. I just kind of found whichever school was closest, and this had good ratings, so I decided this was the school to go to. It's only 1 year. Can't be that bad, right? Again, it's a very, very long story that we definitely don't have time for right now. Um, Although I guess I do not I not I guess I do appreciate that you are interested. It's just I don't really, the long story. Yeah. And plus, I've divulging all this information about myself. You haven't really given me anything. For example, why'd you decide to come and sit next to me? Now, come on, I've, like, in the 5 minutes that we've been sitting here together, you've had so many people, like, wave at you distinctly. Well, you haven't seen them because you've been looking at me, but there have been, like, a large amount of people who have come. So you're obviously very well connected. So I'm confused as to why you're over here. Hey, um, I'm not I'm not trying to be mean, and I don't think you're trying to be mean. But once again, I've only known you for like a matter of minutes, so but you do give off a good vibe. So, but I need to get this out here in case I'm completely misinterpreting this and it's not what it's. I think, um, if you're trying to do a thing where you make me your project or whatever, I get that there's some level of mysticism or mystique around being the new kid, but I definitely don't want a lot of attention on me. I just kind of want to get through this year and like get out. So if you actually have pure intentions of wanting to be my friend, I wouldn't be opposed to that at all, really, because it would be nice to not suffer alone every single day. And the fact that we have literally the same schedules is pretty beneficial to both of us. But if you are just doing this to, make a mockery or a fool of me or whatever, just please don't do that. I would really appreciate it if you didn't. So, no, I'm not. I'm not accusing you. Like I said, I don't get that vibe from you. But part of that long story that I would have to tell you if you were to understand why I'm here has been me having one of the longest years that ever, really. And I don't. I just don't. I don't need anything that would add extra negativity to my plate at the current moment. You know? Whoa, hi. Hi. Is this like I don't not appreciate what you're doing here, but is this like is this allowed in it like is PDA like a thing that you can do here? I know it's not anything like serious, but I don't know. Is hugging like allowed? Is that a thing? Okay, I don't know. I'm just checking, just making sure. I I did I didn't say that it didn't feel good. It's nice. It's very nice, and I can tell from this that you're being genuine, but also every single kid here is looking at us, so maybe we shouldn't do this, please. No, I didn't mind it. It actually felt really nice. It's just kind of uh, anxious anxiety. I don't know, having literally I told you I came here with the opposite intention to have all the eyes off of me, and having all of the eyes on me isn't exactly what I signed up for, you know? No, I really do appreciate how genuine you're being. It is very nice to have, and more reassuring than I thought it would be, and the fact that we have every single class together, the coincidence of that, I guess, unprecedented. But so I think that would be good for us to have a friendship. I know, it's just first aid nerves. I know I sound like a robot. Friendship, but so are we good? Good. Now, we don't have much time left, so you gotta tell me about this teacher. Yeah, you gotta tell me. Come on, I want to know. They can't be that bad. The website and the reviews are all so good. Well, I guess this is gonna be a long year. Yeah, maybe it won't be with you. No, I meant maybe it won't be with you. Not maybe it won't be with you. As in, I don't want. This is gonna be a long year. Wow, so you are for real, huh? Well, once again, as you entered the lunchroom, I saw a multitude of different people vying for your attention, and for you to come sit by them. And lo and behold, here you are at an empty table with me. So that's I don't know. It's dedication, if nothing else. Hey, listen, like we have all of our classes together. So if you want to like hang out with other people, like I'm not gonna. No, I'm. I'm not forcing anything. I'm not trying to force anything. I'm just letting you know that I I believe you at this point, but I'm also I don't want to detract from the social life that you very evidently have here. Well, although it does make me feel a little bit fetishized, I do appreciate that you think that I'm that interesting. Nobody's ever really thought that about me before. Well, that's a part of the story that I said that's like really long, and I know that obviously we don't have 10 minutes before class. We have, like 20 minutes of lunch here, but still probably a little bit too long to get into at this current moment. I would say probably. Yeah, so yeah, it is a very, 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 very long story. I wish it wasn't, but it is. So, what did you think of everything today? Well, thus far, obviously. Yeah, I know the whole day isn't over. Very excited if this is going to be a continuous thing for all of those jokes that I'm gonna get from you. No, I don't I don't have a problem with them. They're actually funny. And I mean, if me saying that they're funny can get that excited of a reaction from you, then I'll do that every single day. Yeah. But seriously, like, what did you think about English? Why do you hate? No, I mean, I guess but why? If you don't mind me asking, why do you hate English? Well, I mean, I get why you'd hate math. Math is like one of the most commonly hated subjects. But I don't know. People seem to generally enjoy English, so. Well, thank you for being that like upfront with me. Usually, like people would try and deflect and not be as frank as you were just now, and I really appreciate that as a characteristic in a friend. I mean, you literally came over to sit with me at an empty table in the corner of the room, as opposed to with every single person who seems to know both your name and want your attention. So I would be kind of silly to not consider us friends, right? That's exactly what I thought. But I get what you're saying. It's I back in the day, and it's just crazy because I'm like 18 years old. But back in the day when I was like in middle school, I know it's insane, but to be fair, I don't have much life to base back in the day off of. Anyways, I was just like not great, and then I just started actually dedicating myself. I'm not saying that you you seem like the person who does dedicate themselves to their studies. Why not? I'm not. You just seem like someone who is very determined, as made evident by the past like 3 hours, and you seem very bright. So I don't know. Well, it would be very silly if we didn't get a mutual thing out of this friendship, right? Well, as much as I appreciated that you feel like you're already getting something out of this friendship, which I mean, I don't exactly know what that could possibly be yet, but I know it don't come off as someone who is super intelligent or thank you. That's actually that's really sweet. Yeah, I do have a pretty bad habit of talking down on myself. So, and that's something that I've recognized internally, and I know that I need to stop so you recognizing that, and that's just, and saying that is just really, that means a lot to me. Anyways, I for the first 3 years of high school, I've done pretty well. Like a 4.0. Yeah, I know. I know. I like to keep it under wraps, you know. I don't want to draw. That's why I'm not saying that this isn't my style, but I dress kind of like under the radar. I didn't want to come out and be like, oh, you know, this guy's really smart, because then people are going to be pestering me about doing their homework like I'm some kind of nerd. There's nothing wrong with being a nerd at all. I was friends with lots of nerds in my old high school, but I definitely don't fit the archetype. Yeah, you are right. I could probably beat up the people who call me nerds, but I prefer to not resort to violence. So again, that's a part of the long story I was talking about. And if we're being real, that long story probably gonna be divided up into a couple of chapters in a couple of days, where we have like the whole day to talk about things, because it's very long and it's very exhaustive. And anyways, I should get back to what I was saying originally, which is you distracted me by being kind. The worst type of distraction. No, I'm joking. I'm, as well as I guess I just revealed to you, I do a 4.0 on my transcript right now. So, and I don't plan on deviating from that. If you would be interested in me helping you with your studies this year, since it seems like it's something that you really care about, I could definitely provide assistance. And I mean, considering we're literally in every single class together, it would be kind of a shame to not take advantage of doing homework together, right? Yep, logical thinking. You're already on the right track. So is there like anything I should know about the school? I don't know. Like people to avoid, teachers to avoid, teachers who are like good. All right, and then so how would I repay you for that? I don't really have that much money on me, my person at the moment. So I'd love to hear some alternative methods of payment. Yeah. What a weird like assignment, right? It's almost like we're in like 5th grade or something, talking about your summer and like a 2-page paper and like a lesson you learned from it. That doesn't seem like a especially because I heard the AP English kids were getting like way more than that. So when I went to my locker before I came down to the cafeteria, the person who is in the locker next to me just started talking to me. Her name was, I think, Marissa Summers. That, I gotta say, that is quite the interesting face. Yeah, no, it is a very, very interesting face. One that I've not seen, of an emotion that I haven't seen from you, like, at all. But I can't really discern whether it's annoyance or, like, anger or just flippance. I don't even know if that's a word. I know flippant is a word, but I don't know if. Well, I wonder what Marissa Summers could have possibly done to make you feel all of those emotions at once, thus giving me a hard time with discerning what emotion you're actually feeling. No, seriously, I don't know. She was pretty chill with me. Yeah, she asked me how, like, my classes were, because she said I don't recognize you, and she was nice, not like too overbearing, not too, like, indifferent, just pretty chill overall. Oh. Oh. Is there a word for that? Like, I know it's not. There's not an age difference, but it's like cougars for new kids. Should that be like? I feel like there should be a word for that, because I know that there's kids. There are people at every single school that do that. So, well, thank you for the information. I will make sure to stay away from her now. Yeah, I mean, I don't really see a reason why I shouldn't trust you. You've already entrusted me with a lot of information personally about you, that it seems like you haven't really told other people. Or maybe I'm just completely overestimating your willingness to open up to people within the first 3 hours of knowing them. Okay, good. I wasn't misjudging that. That's good to hear. And you just seem trustworthy. And I mean, you approached me, but you didn't have to, so, you know. Oh, hi. I didn't necessarily say I was okay with this. No. It's fine. I might not be the most externally emotional person in the world. I don't know if you've gotten that by now yet, but I'll be damned if I'm not a sucker for a good hug. So, but again, you like, is PDA okay here or any? Okay, hugs. No, I don't foresee a situation where I would be kissing anyone here. But hey. Good to know, I guess. We should probably, like, eat, right? Well, we've been, like, sitting here talking the whole time. We should probably, like, eat the food that we need for sustenance and energy throughout the day. You didn't bring anything? But did you, like, what about, like that's weird. They shut down after like 15 minutes. That's so odd and very specific. Anyways, if you want, you can split my lunches or my lunch. I don't know. Just for the yeah. Well, I don't know. I think I could entice you with a couple of facts of information. I make my own lunch, and today we did just like. We did a garlic confit. Yeah, and I threw a little bit of pastrami on there as well. Some Dijon. Panini pressed, of course. Yeah, I like it. Would you like half? Well, think about this as a little bit of payment. For you being all nice and stuff. So, Do you got any special information for me? Like teachers to be around, teachers to not be around. I haven't even had like an orientation here, so I haven't really even taken a tour around the school or anything, so I don't know where anything is. I've just kind of been like going blind. I don't really know. Yeah, I don't. So, is it like open after hours? That would be like really awesome. I would love to get a tour because I would love to know where I'm going for the rest of the week. I know that, and you probably don't want me following you around like a puppy dog the entire time. So, an exchange, an exchange. Is the sandwich not good enough? You're right. That was out of the kindness of my own heart. So. All right, what would I need to provide in return? Sure. Yeah, we can like do a study session. What is it like the is it, will we be doing it at like your place, or is the library open here? My place. It's kind of like a mess right now. Oh no, yeah. If you don't really like feel like it would be good to do it at your folks' home, and I guess we can't be in the library forever, then yeah, we can go study in my place. Now you better eat up because that was in like a perfectly like heat containing box, and if you don't eat up now, then the Dijon's not gonna mix with a garlic confit, and you gotta get to it right now. So, tell me more. Anything you have to tell me. Really? I mean, I could kind of tell that he was like smitten with her when she came into the class, but that's good to know. It definitely wasn't what I was expecting. Because from the outside, this place looks not this big, and from the inside, it looks humongous. I didn't even realize that we hadn't explored anything. Like, we had all of our classes in one wing, and I thought that was like the school, but there's 4 of them. That's insane. I don't know if I'm impressed. I think I am, but on the other hand, it's kind of intimidating. I'm definitely glad that you're giving me a tour of the place, because I absolutely had no idea what I was going up against and would not have been able to navigate this place nearly as well if you hadn't provided this tour. No, yeah, all the vicinity are nice and stuff. They weren't great. They weren't bad, but they weren't great. Once again, in regards to questions about my past, that's a long story. Yes, even me describing my old school takes a long time, so. No, yeah, that you're right though. This is exactly where I would want to go. And hey, this is where we're going to go a lot after class if you want to study. Come on. You don't like libraries? I don't know if I can be with someone that doesn't like libraries. They're the best. There's so much knowledge and so many stories, and No noise at all. It's perfect. Yes, haha, whispering in the library. I'm not doing so. I would be doing so if there was literally anybody here. Do you guys even have a librarian? Self-checkout? I'm gonna get myself in trouble here. Oh yeah, all the books in the world. Every single book is gonna be mine. Hey, no, don't even start. I told you I'm not a nerd. If you had to place me somewhere, it would be Outcast, but also, not the band, but you could say perhaps I'm nerd adjacent. So, did you have anything else to show me, or is this about it? No, you did. I'm taking your word for it, obviously, but that you showed me a lot, so I'm assuming that you showed me everything. Yeah, we can go back to my place if you want. Are you sure about the your place, or you could just be here if no. Writing that paper that long probably will take longer than half an hour. Yeah. No, sure, we can chill here for a little bit. Might as well make use of the facilities that we've been given with the chance that we have. Oh, I got it. Don't worry. I got it as in I will drive us back and drive you home. If you're comfortable with that, I am enrolled here. If you want to go sneak into the principal's office, I can literally show you all my transcripts and stuff like that. But if you trust me, it seems like you trust me enough. You're alone in this library with me. So yeah, fair. Camera's true, but yeah, I have my license and everything. And yes, I have my own car. Once again, that is a very, very long story. I know I'm gonna give you one of those every single time, but every single time it's true. So, I will tell you this though. You are planning on increasing your study habits, right? Gonna be doing more of it. Gonna be doing more of it with me. Gonna be doing it more of it with me wherever we go. I don't know. Maybe I'm warming up to the idea of having someone that I spend the whole year with. But I am telling you this once again. You don't have to feel obligated to constantly be around. What do you mean by that? No, I'm asking that out of genuine concern because that didn't sound like a good thing. You know what? I should have expected getting that turned back around on me, and I totally get it. No, I do. I get it. I'm not mad whatsoever. I've been feeding you that all day, and I don't know, people are complex, so it makes sense that it's a long story. Okay, fine. Even though I already am giving you basically free help with the essay and access to my humble abode, as both, and I even gave you half of my sandwich at lunch, and then half of my flavor blasted goldfish, because, I will answer one question for you. It's only fair. As much as I thought it would be an even trade-off, me helping you study, you showing me around the place, this is worth way more than that, because there is so much that I didn't see, and I'd be lost without you. Yeah, I would. Very much so. So, come on, what do you got to ask? Honestly, I was kind of blown away. Was expecting something definitely different than what you just asked me. No, I'm not uncomfortable answering, I don't think. I'm just trying to find out a way to say this. Also, considering all the other questions that you've asked me throughout the day, that I have said it's a long story too. This is not exactly what I would have expected. I've never dated anyone. Yeah, never. Not once. No, not even the second grade thing where it's like, oh, we're dating technically for a day, but we don't even know what dating is because we're in second grade and we're 7 years old. So no, I have not. You do realize that's a second question, right? So technically I'm not obligated to answer that. Well, if I was to get into the nitty-gritty of it, that refers back to the most common response you've gotten. It's a long story. You're going to need a long time to tell it, but I just, to give you the part of it that I can answer in a rather concise manner, I would know when I knew, and I never got that feeling. Maybe I'm old-fashioned, maybe I'm a hopeless romantic, but I do kind of believe in not necessarily love at first sight, because that's a purely physical thing then, but I do feel strongly about feeling an instant connection. Within the first 10 minutes of talking to them, you feel a connection that isn't something that you've ever felt before. It's very strong. It's pertinent, and it is palpable between the two people. So I believe in that, and I've never felt that before. Yeah, who knows, I guess, right? Definitely not here. Because I'm here for a year and then I'm gone. I don't know. I feel like starting up a relationship with someone here when in a place that I was fully intending on being practically invisible in wouldn't be fair to either me or the other person in the relationship. You're different. You kind of forced yourself into this position. And I bet you feel lucky right about now, huh? If you say so, I'll lead the way. Although, and you have to lead the way because I have no idea how to get back to the front parking lot from here. Oh, it's a Honda Element. Yeah, I love her. But what? It's a her. I named her Carrie. I don't know why I named her Carrie, though. And it's not after a specific Carrie. People are always like, oh, Carrie Fisher. Oh, Carrie Ann Moss. Oh, Carrie Hilson. She's an R&B singer. She's really good. But no, just Carrie. Maybe Carrie after carrying me in it. Oh yeah, you're gonna have to get used to those if you want to hang around me that much. Yeah, constant terrible bad jokes and puns. What more could you ask for, right? Hey, I don't want to sound like Mr. Mosby, but no running the halls, okay? It's a show from like the I don't know, like mid 2000s. You really never like even heard of like the Sprouse twins? Yeah. Anyways, people get really upset here pretty easily. Yeah, it's a nice place. Nice enough, yeah. All right, and here we are, 42C on the most western edge of the building, and here we are. Yeah, this is it. This is my humble abode. Your observation skills are definitely right and potent. This is indeed a studio apartment. Well, remember when I said earlier that it was a long story, and it's been a very, very, very long year? Well, it's time to talk about that. Yeah, the kind of would have rather held off on it longer, but as soon as you said we couldn't go to your place and the library was closing and we had to be at my place, I kind of knew that this was coming for the rest of the day. So yeah, do you first do you want like anything to drink? Well, I have water, and don't worry, it's not tap; it's filtered through a Brita. Or do you want maybe what do I have? I have oh, I have some sparkling water. Yeah, I know, quite the diverse collection, huh? No, and then I do have some Sprite Zero. It is in a can. It is not in plastic, so it should taste even better if you are into that. I don't know. I think Sprite Zero is pretty good. Yeah, I don't really understand why take the calories if you don't need to. I know there's inherently unhealthy stuff in it, but I'd rather have the unhealthy stuff rather than just. I'd rather have the unhealthy stuff that doesn't give me calories and carbs and all that rather than unhealthy stuff that does. Yeah, sure. Sorry. So before we get into the obvious, do you like it? Yeah, it's not much, but it is exactly what I need, and I like it a lot. And just the fact that I know that this is a community of people who are. It's just like it's really. In all reality, I'm surrounded by a bunch of older people, so I like that a lot. It's relaxing to not have to worry about people making noise every night and keeping me up, or just being overall nuisances. Or okay, yeah, no. This is insane, by the way. The fact that it is you've known me for less than 10 hours, and I am about to divulge my entire last year of my life story to you. Of course, not at all right now, but I will tell you what you need to know in order to understand this circumstance. And that's the craziest part, actually, is that I do trust you. If you would ask me this morning if I would have trusted you, I would have said no. But in such a short amount of time, you've proven to me that you actually do care about wanting to be around me, and this wasn't some sort of just rehabilitation project, and it's not a fetishization of being the new kid out of school. So yeah, I can, yeah. So I used to live in Oregon. Yeah, I lived there with my folks up until about 4 months ago. And you may be asking, well, how do you find yourself all the way on the other side of the country? That is because, and it's weird. It's weird because I haven't told this story to anyone out loud. Everyone that I've interacted with either knew or I just didn't tell them. It's weird because all these thoughts go through your head, and then but hearing them come out your mouth, it almost makes them more real than it ever has been. Because now you're divulging this to someone who didn't know in the first place. It's just a heck of a whirlwind going on in my head, I guess. But you deserve to know. So, my folks is where I was talking about. On the final day of my junior year, I was walking home from school. And when I lived about it was like a 20-minute walk, really, really, really close. And my folks, they worked at the same place, so they had to stay over a little bit longer. And it's like, I'm like, at this point, I'm 17. I can do that. That's totally fine. And I kept walking home, and ironically enough, and I always say this, and my therapist has told me, nah, that's just something that you made up in your head. You can't really stick by it. But I swear I was like, something's weird. I wouldn't necessarily say that it was wrong, but definitely off. So, I got into the neighborhood, and because I lived in a suburbia type of thing, just suburbs. I don't know why I said suburbia. And my house was on the cul-de-sac at the very end of the suburb. And it was a house that my family had lived in through generations. I think it was my great-great-grandparents who first had it. So that is four generations? No, that's right? Great grandparent, parent me. Yeah, that's 5 generations. And so it's at the end, but you have to take there's like a turn that you take, and it's like a relatively long street that leads to the cul-de-sac. And I took that turn, and I am seeing, after I take that turn, it's like a movie scene. It's like one of those things you see in like cop shows. It just like swarmed with cop cars. I was like, what the heck is going on? What is this? So I keep walking, and from a distance, it seems like it's just kind of surrounding the cul-de-sac. But then I see that it was actually surrounding my house. And so I walk faster, and I keep walking, and I see my folks' car, and I'm like, whoa, like the back of it. And it's parked among the cop cars. I'm like, okay, all right, why? Like, that's really creepy. Like, my folks, the most like mild-mannered, kind people in the entire world who didn't have a bad thing to say about anyone ever, who literally their idea of a frisky Saturday night was staying up till 11 p.m. to watch a movie instead of going to bed at like 10. And I keep walking, and I see there's like a stretcher out. And then I keep walking, and I see that the front of the car is smashed directly into a pole that's right in front of our, like, to the left, off a little bit to the left of our house. This like light pole. And the front of the car is just completely destroyed. There is no shot that anyone survives that at all. According to the cameras, they just drove right into it. That was my dad. The weirdest part about it all is they don't know what it was. You can't see inside of the car. Nobody knew what happened. At all. Again, they were really mild-mannered, and they kind of were in their own bubble with me, and didn't really talk to many people in like a friend way. They're the type of people who were like acquaintances with everyone, and everyone had a good feeling about, but never reached past that level. So I don't know what happened. But according to the coroner, they both died on impact. So at least they didn't have to suffer, right? At least is what I'm telling myself. I know that there's that span of time when seconds between hitting the pole and knowing that you're going to hit the pole. My parents, as I said, since they were very, kept to themselves, very responsible. On the day I was born, they wrote out their wills, and I got everything. Which is, it's a funny thing to say, like, yo, I got everything, but like, it's not mine. It's theirs. And they got taken away, so in the end, doesn't really even out, I guess. I couldn't stay there at all. I turned 18 in the summer, so I didn't even have like a chance to like go to or be an orphan properly before becoming an adult. I turned 18 the next month, and everything was mine. I'm such a wimp, I haven't done anything with it. All of the like personal items, it's still in a storage unit in Oregon. I couldn't stay there. It's like, sure, maybe I could have sold the house, because I obviously couldn't stay there, and I could have like gotten an apartment or something around, and I could have finished my senior year there, but It just never seemed like an option for me. They were gone, and I wanted to be gone. So I left. And I went to a place where I knew nobody could find me. The only other person here that knows my entire story is literally the landlord. He told me that it was very uncommon for an 18-year-old to come around looking to rent an apartment. And then I showed him my bank statements, and I told him everything. And he's tried to invite me over to his to his place. He's so nice. And I can't find a way to get outside of my head. I'm stuck there. It's been 4 months, and I still have not. My thoughts are they're just a constant loop of that walk. Over and over again, walking down that street and moment by moment processing the things around me, the realization coming in. I'm not even a person anymore. I don't think. So, maybe, hopefully, all of that explains why I wanted to be completely invisible here. I don't plan on staying here after I graduate. I don't even know what I plan on doing after I graduate other than finding a really, really small town somewhere. I don't care where. I don't care if it's in Europe. I don't care if it's in Australia, North America, just somewhere that's not here or there, or anywhere that could possibly remind me of that day, which I'm starting to realize more and more is probably impossible. So, hence the reason why I live alone in an apartment, a studio apartment is that. No, you don't have to do or say anything. I know that's a lot, and that's not all of the story. That's approximately 5. Yeah, no, the 5%. You got about 5%. I told you it's been a year and a half in a third of the time. So yeah, that is what is going on in my world, and why you approaching me today made me feel like a real person for the first time in ever. I would love to tell you about who I was before all that, but I only promise to give you the essentials. And even though it is very difficult to talk about, it's not going to get you off the hook of finishing this paper. Oh yeah, for sure. We're going to do this entire paper right now. Yeah. It is not that bad. I have like a vinyl collection, and you can go look at that. Yeah, I'm technically giving you more information than I should, but I will. Because you are not putting up too much of a fight to go and do this paper. I don't, other than rent and like basic rent and utilities and like groceries and gas for my car, insurance, I don't spend that much money on anything, especially because it almost feels wrong to do it because it's not mine. It's theirs. The only thing that I really spend money on that is not a necessity is vinyl records. Growing up, again, as I said, I kind of lived in the suburbs, so relatively well-off families, and all my friends would like constantly brag about vacations that they went on, or toys that they would get for like their video game systems for like Christmas and the holidays and their birthdays. And I looking back, obviously, I understand why they did it, but I'd get like one gift every holiday. And obviously, when you're younger, quantity does mean more than quality. But as I started getting in my teens, I realized that they were just being smart and making it up with quality. So when I was 17, it's crazy because I say when I was 17, like it wasn't like a year and like a quarter ago, but it seems like it's been like a decade. Anyways, they got me a vinyl record player. And I had like a part-time job during that summer where I was like a worker at like a children's garden thing, where I was like a tour guide kind of. And every month I would go down to the vinyl store with both of them, and I would pick out one vinyl and I would buy it with the money that I made. And they would show me all of these interesting artists and like tell me their backstories, and it was like a free music history education lesson. And so every month now I go to the vinyl store and I buy 3. I buy one for me, I buy one for my dad, and I buy one for my mom. So, as I was saying, the collection isn't big now, but just wait, because it will get much, much, much bigger. Yeah. Thank you. I am glad that you like the place. See? Just don't see what me. I told you. You did it. You literally did it. You spent the whole drive over here talking about how you weren't going to be able to get this paper done. But look what happens when you put on some music, you sit down, you have a friendly chat every once in a while, but you focus on getting your work done. You did it perfectly. We literally got this done in 2.5 hours. Yeah, sure. I got my done in an hour and a half, but you got yours done in only an hour more. And I just, to be honest with you, as you know now, had a lot to write about that happened over the summer. So you should be really, really proud of yourself. Yes, you should. And I'm not going to let this conversation die until I hear you say that you are proud of yourself. Because it's very clear that you don't have the confidence in yourself that you actually should have. I don't know the situation that occurred in order to get you to this level of confidence. I don't know what happened during your previous years of academia that have led you down to a place where you feel so completely unconfident in yourself, but you should feel great because you did this in a relatively fast pace. I can guarantee you that most of the other kids in our class just didn't do it at that pace. I promise you that's the truth. Pinky swear. I will, and you know I'm not really trying to get involved with anything. I will ask people tomorrow about how fast it took them to finish their essays. I will ask them. And guess what? They will back up my claims. Yes, they will. They absolutely will. So, you gonna hit the road? I can obviously drop you back off at your place. So, are we heading out? Not really. I don't really have that much planned for the rest of the year, honestly. I know, I know, like, reasonably there's a part of me that's saying, you should get involved in social events and you should go and seek stuff out. But I don't necessarily know if I'm ready for all that yet. This is, like, a lot for me, but. So yes, the answer is I have nothing going on for the rest of the day other than just my usual nightly routine. Really? Are you sure your folks won't want you back? You're technically still living in their household, so I like being around you, so I don't want to get you into any trouble. Sure, yeah. I mean, to be fair, I did give you a whole lot of background for me, so I'd be fine to get some background from you if it would explain things. Hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember you saying something about them being really busy, but I don't. You didn't say anything else other than that. Uh, so a fellow empty nester. What do they both do that requires them to be away for work that much? Do you was it one of those things where you kind of are fine with living out your senior year in like solace almost, or do you miss them? Yeah, it's not. I guess it's got to be a double-edged sword. On the one hand, you get the freedom that you want. You get to be able to kind of exist in your own bubble, kind of a precursor for the college life and adulthood in general. But on the other hand, you are missing out on your final year with your folks. But are they really like gonna be gone like all the time? Well, at least they're doing really important work, right? That's I know that's not that it doesn't make it all go away, but at least that's a little reassuring, I guess. Well, since I now know this is the case, you were right in the way that it would probably change my opinion. I would be honored to have you here for my nightly routine. warning, it is not exactly what you're probably used to. Yeah. It's so I start off by making myself dinner every night. Make myself dinner every single night. Cooking is one of the most useful skills to have. Plus, I go to Aldi every single week to get my haul, so it's just objectively cheaper than going out for me, and it's objectively healthier than going out for me. Yeah, I like it. Tonight I was probably going to do salmon burgers. Yeah. Yeah, I even make my own like a homemade like tartar sauce type thing. I know that's not necessarily something that goes with salmon, but I've always enjoyed the combination of those tastes. Yeah, and then after that, I sit down and I watch Wheel of Fortune, Jeopardy, and then whatever reality television show is on. Yeah, it's boring. Lots of people call it boring because this is what I even used to do. Because ironic that you say that, my folks were always working late and doing overtime, and they had a pretty social life, so they went out with their friends and stuff. So I would I've just kind of been doing this since I was like 15, but now I'm just doing it on my own, but like on my own, you know. So, and then I either to play on the Switch for a little bit. Oh yeah. I don't know. I like to play through all the retro stuff that they have on the market. Either that, or I sit down and put on some more music, because I don't know. I never really have this place going without any music going on, and I read. Yeah, it's fun. It's very, 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 very fun, and very relaxing, and even obviously, I do my homework before all of that stuff, because, as you have pointed out multiple times throughout the day, I am maybe perhaps a little bit of a nerd. No, I seriously would be honored to have you stay. I always have enough for two, just in case. Well, one, I'm literally 6'5", and I'm pretty big. So some days I'm hungrier than others, but I don't know. Maybe there genuinely was both a part of me that longs for that level of human connection, that subconsciously I do things that will preemptively aid in that. All right. So, here's the big question of the now then. And that question is, would you like to cook with me? Okay, good to know. For the record, I'm not going to force you into it because it is your first time here, but eventually, if we do this anymore, you are going to be end up cooking with me, I will say. And second of all, then it is your job to be on music duty. EP just ended, so you can go flip through the records some more and find something to play. All right, perfect. I will get on top of it. Oh, and also, you haven't met someone yet. That's because she is very tired and she is very nervous around strangers. And she is probably hungry right about now. So, Ginger. Yeah, she always runs out like a dog whenever she hears her. Hi. Hi, sweetie. This is Ginger. She's a year old. And the first thing that I did after I moved everything in here was I went down to the Humane Society and I adopted. I really needed something, you know? And Ginger is literally, I saw her and at first sight she was everything that I had ever imagined and more. And I love her with all of my heart. Already, it's like a soul connection, you know? Now you make yourself acquainted with Ginger. Warning, she will literally just like climb on top of you. And I'm not talking about in the way like, oh, on your stomach. She will climb on top of your shoulders and just rest on you. It is the sweetest thing in the entire world. But she does have the claws, obviously. So, well, I'm glad because she will show you affection if you show her affection. So, at least that's how it's gone with me. She hasn't met anyone else yet. Aside from the neighbors a couple of times when she's gotten out. Okay, I'm going. Now, but the fact that I'm cooking, I don't think you're in any place to demand anything from me now. Thank you very much. Yeah, okay, sure, all right, okay. Do you want to get in this kitchen and make this with me? That's what I thought. So quit your yapping and get to... Can't think of anything that works with yapping that would work as for browsing through vinyl. So, yeah, get to browsing, I guess. Can I say one more thing? No, it's not. I promise I'm not going to be making fun of you or teasing you or anything like that. Obviously, Ginger is amazing and adorable. I mean, look at her little eyes and her little tail. A little cute little face. But I want to thank you because this is the first day since June that I have felt any remote sense of normalcy, and it is all thanks to you. So thank you. I am very glad that I can do the same. Now get to choose in because I got a job to do over here, and no one else is gonna do it here. Not you, not Ginger, nobody. So let me cook, literally and metaphorically. Isn't that what kids our age say or some shit? Dork. See? I will see you because, see? I told you that it would be fun and enjoyable, and I always love sitting down and watching Wheel and Jeopardy, but no, that's things that only old people do. And yet you're here, sitting with me, enjoying them all the same. It's fun, right? It's fun. It's enjoyable. It's great. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why people don't enjoy it in our age. I don't know. To me, personally, and this is the best theory that I can possibly think of, there's a level of like calm, relaxing domesticity to it that a lot of people our age don't really want to engage in or enjoy properly. But that's just my hypothesis about it. So are you absolutely sure that you don't want to have me drive you back? Oh my God, are you kidding? This has been amazing. I'm having the best time that I've had in a very long time, honestly. And I mean, hey, the big sign is that Ginger really does seem to like you. She doesn't resist cuddling up to me, but cuddling up to someone that she's just met for the first time, to be fair, she could just be very, very, sociable, and I haven't introduced her to anyone else for the first time. But she wasn't when I was at the shelter, so. Yeah, she's the light of my life. You know that weird thing that's going around the internet right now? There was that one person who was like, oh my God, getting a girl cat just isn't the same as getting a boy cat. And they're absolutely right. Getting a girl cat is so much better than getting a boy cat. I don't know, something about a girl cat. It's like being a girl dad, but with a cat. It's like we're on the same playing field. We got the same mindset. I don't know. Yeah. So, do you want to? Are you sure? No, not at all. It's not that I said I don't. I would prefer if you stayed. But you're gonna have to make a concession to me. Yeah. So tonight is the finale of Survivor. It is. I've been watching all season. As I said, I'm a big reality TV guy, so you're going to have to watch it with me if you're okay with that. You've never watched Survivor before? Oh my God, introducing you on a finale could potentially be dangerous, but... No, you're right. You're right. What better way to experience a show than a finale for the first time? That's a good point. See, you're really good at articulating yourself. You got to start believing in the fact that you can. You've done nothing but sound eloquent to me. Absolutely. So I know, I'm sorry, I keep second guessing. There is a part of me, like inside, that still somehow, even though it's been proven, can't really believe that this is real, Yeah, like we're here, and you're here, and I'm here, and you've proven, you've let me know information that you haven't let, or as you've said, you've told me, which I trust you, other people, nobody else at the school knows. And I haven't had, aside from Ginger, obviously, a lot of good things happen recently. And it's gotten to the point where, in fact, it's mostly bad. And it's gotten to the point where I've kind of conditioned myself into believing that they're never going to happen again. You're right. I guess I got to change that mindset, huh? I promise. I'll if you work with me with getting your grades up, or whatever you want to say, which in my opinion is just believing in yourself. I will work on believing in myself that way, and believing that good things are capable of coming to me, Anything. Well, obviously anything within reason, anything that within the realm of possibility. Oh. I mean, yeah. I'm nervous. That's a... No, you're not it's not a question that would make me uncomfortable in a bad way. It just makes me uncomfortable in an uncomfortable way, I guess. In a way that this is a situation that I've never been in, so I'm not exactly sure on how I can approach it, if that makes sense. Never. Not once. I would snuggle up like with my mom or something like that occasionally. And of course, Ginger. I'm sorry, Ginger. I didn't mean to, but not really a person my age necessarily. Well, you are right. I kind of do need to open myself up to new experiences. And I mean, what would I look like if I'm like 21 and I haven't had close physical contact with someone my age other than just like random hugs? But so, yeah, that's fine with me. Plus, just by observation that I hadn't observed because I hadn't had to think of this context before, this is a pretty good cuddle couch. It is. So the story is that I went to a bunch of like estate sales throughout the state. Estate sales throughout the state to get stuff. No, I actually sold the place with all of the old furniture in it. I again just couldn't really. Anyways, I don't want to sound sad, but this was given to me by a really, really, really lovely woman who was probably in her 50s, and it was the house that her mother had just died in, and we actually had a really nice conversation, and I cried in front of a random stranger, and it didn't feel weird. It just felt cathartic. Anyways, this is not sad time. This is cuddle time. So how do you want to do this? Yeah, how do you want to do this? I've already accepted it. I've already said that I'm down. So you are the expert in this field, at least I would assume. Oh. Well, I guess. Although it's not exactly the same, it'll be kind of a first for both of us then, right? Good. All right. So how are we going to do this? Because you are the expert. I don't care if it's just with girls. You have cuddled with people. So I need, what's the vibe? Yeah, no. Okay, sure. I'm down. So let me just lay down all the way, which also I just kind of had to get a good big couch for myself because I'm 6'5", and that's like really, so let me stretch out all the way. Do you want a blanket on or no blanket? Okay, yeah, no, you can make a change. I don't care. Sitting up? Okay, all right, sitting up. I'm sitting up. Back to sitting up. All right, extending my left arm. Wow. Hi. That was perfect, huh? I don't know. I guess I mean that we kind of fit together perfectly. Like you, this feels like exactly where, like we've done this like a million times before. Yeah, I like it too. All right. Are you comfortable? Do you need anything to drink or eat? I know we just got into this position, but I don't doubt the ability to get back into it immediately. Do you need anything to eat or drink? I told you. I'm glad you like them, but I told you I get extras just in case. And I had a bunch of salmon, so I made us like 5 salmon burgers. And was the tartar sauce good? That's what I thought. That is what I thought. I do really pride myself on the tartar sauce, honestly. Yeah, and some people aren't like huge on tartar sauce with salmon, but something about the tastes really works for me. Oh my god, yeah, no, oh, you're right. It's starting, and I do. Okay, all right. So in the finale of Survivor, in the new era, there are different eras. We're currently on season 45. There are 5 people who make it to the finale, and this is, I think, 3 hours. So, anyways, there's Katurah, D, Jake, Austin, and Julie. Now, D, Austin, and Julie have been in an alliance since the beginning of the game, and they just voted out one of their 4-person alliance that they've had since the beginning of the game. Katurah and Jake have kind of been alone. Oh, voting. Yeah, so voting out, you can kind of understand what voting out means. I have to explain voting. Okay. Thank you. I appreciate you for telling me. You're just joking. So right now, D is like for sure the favorite going into this. She's played the best game by far. But some people are saying that Katurah and Jake have a chance. Basically, nobody thinks that Julie has a chance. And not many people think Austin has a chance either. Okay, so it ends in a final tribal council, but I guess I have to explain what tribal council is then, and that's going to take a long time. Final verdict. I don't know how I'm supposed to give a final verdict after I've had like a piece. No, that's not how that works. You have to have 2 when it comes to pizza. You have to have 2 pieces. Because the first piece, you're like experiencing it like emotionally, like you're letting all the flavors run through your mind, and you're just like go into it with pure feelings. But when it comes to the second piece, then you can actually take the time to analyze the pizza. And you can like take apart what, like, how does the sauce taste? Is there like a bitterness to it? Is it a super marinara? Okay, well, what about the cheese? Is it stringier? Is it more compact? The pepperoni, is it smoky? Is it fresh? It's a very important process. It is. And in order for me to give you my best answer, I'm going to have another piece. Well, if I didn't have another piece and gave you my opinion, it wouldn't be my best work, but I did get enough of it. I guess I could do that for you if you wanted. But you would not be getting my best possible analysis. Just so you know. Fine. Okay, all right, I'll do it. The pizza is good. Yeah, no, it is definitely a good pizza. Probably somewhere around, if I had to give it like a grade on a scale, somewhere between a 6.5 and a 7 out of 10. Oh my gosh! If looks could kill, I would be. That is a stare and a half. You're gonna look me in the eyes and tell me this is the best that this place has to offer? Oh my god, I gotta get out of here. No, I'm joking. No, it's good. It's good. Like, I could have this whenever, and I would be satisfied. I would be satiated. Both my hunger and my taste buds. The difference is that it's not something that I bite into and think, oh man, this is a flavor that I want in my mouth for all of eternity. I could eat this every single day and just not get tired of it. probably die of obesity at a certain point, but I would not get tired of it at all. Delicious. And you should, here's the thing, right? This is a relatively small town. I'm not expecting them to have 10 out of 10 pizzas. It's very difficult to find a 10 out of 10 pizza in the first place. I like it. It's good. It's good. It tastes good. I told you, if you want my full analysis on this, you'd gotta let me have another slice. Well, if you think I don't appreciate it enough, how am I going to appreciate it enough if I don't have another slice of it? And am able to do my proper analysis. So you're now withholding the pizza from me. The pizza that we both paid for. I'm entitled to 4 slices of that pizza. Well, whether or not you like it more than I do, I am still entitled to half of that pizza. And frankly, looking at you in the eyes, I might just be entitled to more of that pizza because who helped you out with your calc? I know we had an agreement, and I'm aware of that agreement. That being said, I don't know. Nice guy, extra slice. Who's counting though, right? Okay. You got me there. I was literally counting the slices. That's really funny, actually. That's a weird question to ask. I don't know. It's just odd. Like, I guess I'm feeling good. Yeah, of course I'm more comfortable around you. We have been spending the past week together completely the entire time. Of course, I've been having like a fantastic time with you. I don't know. It's just like I guess I still feel weird about other stuff. No. I that's a whole other thing, obviously, and being with you so much and hanging out with you so much and having you over literally every single day has been amazing and has taken my mind off of that for the most part. But when we're back at school, I can't help but feel like I'm still like taking you away from things, you know? I know, and you reassure me of that constantly, but I worry that come on, I'm not now. I appreciate what you're doing here. It's very nice, and I like that we're on that level with each other. But you don't have to lie to me or act like I'm stupid. I see how much other people want to hang out with you and talk to you and be with you. And that's sweet at all. And I'm not going to pretend to insinuate that I know what's better for you than you know what's better for you. But I just don't want you to miss out on what could very obviously be a really prolific senior year for you. You deserve, obviously, I think that you deserve all the happiness that you can possibly get. And if other people can provide that for you in a way that I can't, I don't want to be a hindrance. No. I know. No, like, don't get me wrong. This is fun. I don't ever want to stop this. I don't want to stop this now. I don't want to stop what we're doing while I'm here. Well, I made this way more awkward by pausing, even though I didn't think that I was going. Oh boy. Yeah, my classic foe. trying to talk myself out of something that I didn't need to talk myself out of, right? What I'm saying is I would never want to stop doing this stuff with you. It's only been a week and already this feels like commonplace. This feels like something that I've done forever and I will continue to do forever. But I don't... Now I was going to say something kind of stupid and presumptuous and a little bit... I don't know if I'm ready. Okay, I was gonna say that you might have all the time with me in the world, but you don't have all the time with the people that you're going to school with. And then that brings up the question, why would you have all the time with me in the world? And that is a good question that I am promptly going to answer right now. I have nowhere to go. I'm very financially stable right now. And I was thinking, again, this is only if this continues at what is happening right now, and the happiness and the joy and the all of that, and this and the synchronicity. Yes, maybe when we and it's crazy, right? Because this is going to be such a like a brash thing that is brought up so quickly, but given the amount of time that we have together, these type of thoughts kind of have to be processed quickly in my mind. Maybe when you graduate and I graduate, we could get out of here together. I don't know what you had in mind for university. I don't know what you had in mind for anything. But the thing that I do know, and admittedly this is a bit selfish, but hopefully it's reciprocated on your end, I have had the best time in a very long time this week. And sure, there's some things that we could possibly not know about each other, but the amount of conversations that we've had, we've covered a lot of stuff. And I haven't run away and you haven't run away, and it's only brought us closer together, which is more that you can say about some other people. And I thought maybe we could, like get an apartment or something after this. And most importantly, there is no possible way that you can leave Ginger now. She's too attached to you. Yeah, you're basically like a mom now. You're a girl mom. I'm a girl dad. And that's just how it is now. This is obviously something that's like super hypothetical future situation, and I don't want you to have to answer or anything, obviously, but just something to keep in mind. Maybe I don't know, Okay, what is the stipulation? I can't wait to hear what this is. The best ever. I have to say it's the best ever? So you want to breed me into a liar in order for you... I don't know why I said... That's a weird choice of words I use. You want me to transform into a liar. You're trying to mold me into one. That's the word I was looking for. In order for me to achieve what I want. Isn't this like blackmail or bribery or something? I'll tell you what. You let me have another piece, and I'll give you an honest review of it. And I promise to give it over a 6.5. Hey, pinky promise. It's a blood oath around these parts. Yeah. I would like that. Are you gonna stay the night again? Cool. We better hurry up though, because Jeopardy starts in half an hour. I know, I can't believe the streak that he's been on. No, because you usually can kind of tell the people that are going to be streaky with Jeopardy. They have a certain aura to them, but he seems like super down to earth and not like a horrible person and not like just annoying and pretentious. He's chill. He's cool. So we gotta get back there soon. I can't believe you talked me into doing this. No. Okay, you're right. Technically, you did not talk me into doing this. You didn't talk me into doing this because, it all's fair when the pinky promise is made, right? But I don't know. This is just something I've never done before, and it's a weird experience. No, not like a bad way. It's a weird experience, Yeah. Oh man, I've never done it before. Ever. I've thought about like skipping classes before, but I did agree to it, and you did ace all of those tests, every single one. I don't even know how like schools that operate like that. They give like tests all at the same time. That just seems completely unproportional and like really messes with the load of a student. So the fact that you were able to pull through and get A's on all of them, you deserve a 3-day weekend, okay? Yeah, no, you're right. You're talking it into me even more, or talking me into it. We did, prepare ahead of time, and we made sure that we did the assignments that were due today and sent them in online. But, it's weird. It's like 10 in the morning and I'm used to being in like, calc right now. And we're not in calc right now. We are at my house playing Mario Kart. Yeah. Yeah, that was the weirdest part, honestly. Was waking up and then like not having to wake you up off of the couch, and make breakfast. Being able to wake up and just leisurely, get ready and brush my teeth and take a shower without you having to be like banging on the door. Like, I have to have my half an hour prep time. Well, at least that half an hour prep time won't be rushed now, That's a positive, in my opinion. I don't know. What do you even do on skip days? I'm so not in that vibe. I don't know. I don't know what to do. No, and that's not a bad thing. I am down for just about anything, honestly. You can go to the park. There's that new Mediterranean place that people have been saying is good. No, like... So, remember when you were sick? Yes, remember when you were sick and I like literally you had to convince me to go to class over staying here and taking care of you. Yeah. Anyways, when I went, that girl Jenny Flores. Yeah, her. Yeah. You guys are friends? That is odd. No, it's not. It's not odd that you're friends with Jenny Flores. You could be friends with anyone and I would believe it. You could be friends with the principal and I would believe it. But she just didn't mention you. And I mean, the fact that we're attached at the hip all the time. You would think she would mention you, right? Oh, a story? Okay. Uh, sh- the he is. He's like close to being as tall as me. Isn't he? Isn't he? Isn't he in our world geography class? Yeah, and he sits up front on like the very left, and they make it like the it's like their back of the classroom because it's like the opposite side of the teacher. It's like desk. Yeah. And he's like the wide receiver one on the football team, right? Then I do know who you were talking about. Yeah. You never told me that. Yeah, you did not tell me that you guys were a thing. Well, I mean, honestly, we really haven't talked about your dating history that much, so. Mad? Why? Why would I be mad at you dating people in the past at a school that you went to for 4 years or 3 years, I guess, around, or well, you probably grew up with these people because you grew up here. So like, why would I be upset about you being a human being? Okay, then I will just forget it. But you were saying though. Oh, oh my God! Really? What the heck? That is so messed up. In your house, at your party, upstairs. Wowee. I know I've never said wowee before, but that was definitely a wowee worthy statement. All right, so Miss Flores is a man stealer. Duly noted. But why would she thinks we're together? Wow. No, it's not really something to laugh at. I guess it's just kind of interesting that the person. It's stupid. It's stupid. No. I don't know. It's to think that we're together. It's just it's interesting. And I've never been stolen from anyone, so I wouldn't even. I've never been with anyone to be stolen from, so. Talk about what? I know. I seriously, actually, I don't know what you mean. I don't know what we're talking about here. Looks. I mean, other than the ones that you're serving on a daily basis, no. Okay, no jokes. Sorry. I know. I have no idea what you're talking about. Me. They're looking at me as like what? Like I get tall, I guess. That is ridiculous. That is ridiculous. You are lying 100%. One, how would you even know that information when, despite all of my pleas in the entire world, you have not left my side this entire semester thus far? Two, I don't talk to anybody else really, aside from just like general, hey, how you doing? And if we have to work on group projects with someone else, if we have like a third or a fourth. But other than that, I don't talk to people. So how could they even like me without even understanding who I am as a person? Okay, now I know you're teasing me. Hot. No. Okay, I'm listening. I know I'm tall. I get. Well, yeah, like the skinny kind of guy is in now. The glasses, really? The glasses? That just. Well, I don't want to just show up in like a hoodie and sweats every day for school. I want to like look, at least present. Whatever. I'm saying whatever because it's dumb, it's stupid, and it doesn't even really matter anyways, because I'm, again, as I said, I'm staying under the radar. You basically forced your way into my circle, and no, I'm not saying that that's a bad thing, because I'm very glad that you are here, and you are now my best friend that I have ever had, and I appreciate your presence more than you could possibly imagine. But I'm not looking to add anyone else into my circle of friendship, let alone add someone else in a romantic sense. These people that I will definitely not be attached to in the future. These people that I definitely don't even know anything about other than the stories that you've told me about them. So I don't know what the point is. You want me to get out there. Why would you want me to get out there? I want you to get out there to talk to your friends that you have cultivated these relationships with on a multiple year basis. And you want me to get out there. I don't know if I have a lot to offer. I guess I'm funny sometimes, but that doesn't really matter. I don't want to offer anything. I want to just be like, don't you appreciate? Again, I was against this from the beginning, but now that it is evident, no, not against it in a bad way. Again, I appreciate it a lot, but and I'm about to advocate for that in a second if you just let me do that. Now that we've settled into this routine and you're happy a lot and I'm happy a lot, and isn't that like, why would we want to change that up? Your grades are better than they've ever been. Whenever we go out into public, I talk to strangers. I haven't done that in a long time. And isn't that isn't that good? Yeah. Because I mean it. Okay, what's the plan? What are we doing? This is gonna end up terribly. Yes, I do remember that at a certain point, when we were making the negotiations for the A's on the tests, I said we could do whatever you want on this skip day. No, please, no. Travis Greenwood, that dude is the worst. I know I just said that I don't know these people, but anybody that is in their senior year of high school and still makes fart jokes in English literature class that literally does not get a laugh out of anyone but like some people, because he has a lot of money and that is the whole attraction of Travis Greenwood. I'm not why do we do it at his party? Why do I have to go to a party at all? Let's just stay in and order takeout or something. I can make you a meal. I can make you a really good meal. Usually that's what gets you. So I know that I won't be overturned here. Fine, we can go to Travis Greenwood's party. But what's the point? Oh, what? I don't. No, I just don't like where I don't like where this is going at all. Split up. Well, yes, I said I wanted you to like hang out with your other friend. God. Fine. Yeah, fine. Can we agree to like hour and a half, 2 hours max, though? Is that okay? Thank you, because I just genuinely do not know if my social battery would be able to last longer than that. And you're wrong, by the way. There are not going to be any girls who come to chat me up while I'm alone. I'm just going to be watching the beer pong happen all day. All night. As long as we're there. No. It's going to be that Mediterranean place. I am not making you lunch. What? You lost out on in front of the thing. Oh my God. Does that still apply to the doing whatever you wanted? Okay, yeah, fine. I can make us some euros. But just know that because of this whole kerfuffle, I'm not going easy on you for these next couple rounds. In fact, for the rest of the day, you are getting your butt handed to you. Sorry, but that's just how the cookie crumbles. Who would even go to a party from Travis Greenwood anyways? He doesn't have any like redeeming qualities about himself. He's just loud. And I guess like you can attract certain people when you're loud, but enough people for a party? Gosh. Guess you learn something new every day, huh? Hey, hi. No, you just scared me a little bit, that's all. What's up? Yeah, no, I just kind of needed to get some air, and that's why I'm out here. So, well, see, the thing is, listen, I know what I said, and I am aware this was your day. It's a skip day. We're here to have fun, and I'm sorry that I can't allow myself to do that, but I am not having fun, even the slightest bit. Because it's no, it's exactly why. That's exactly why I'm not really enjoying myself, is that you were right and I was wrong. Yeah. Don't know what goes on at your school, but generally, like in the senior year, the new kid kind of gets like thrown to the side, and you don't really pay attention very much to him. Apparently, everyone wants to know who I am. Why that's the case, I don't know. I don't understand. It doesn't make any sense to me. But I've literally drained the the entirety of my social battery for the next week. No, and that's the thing. I didn't need you by my side. I'm glad that you got to have this time to hang out with your friends and enjoy time with them like you should have been doing. But I'm like incredibly overwhelmed right now. I know. I know what I said, and I don't like going back on my word, but it's been an hour, and I don't know if I can, I don't think I can do any more than this. I really don't. No, I don't think you're really understanding. That's the problem, is I don't want this, really. You were right, and I don't know how you were right, but you were very, very right. Oh my God. Yeah, no, they were nice girls. They were all nice girls. They were kind enough, and some of them were a little bit too forward for what I'm used to in my specific taste, but not to the point that it was like harassment or actually like pushing forward too far for me to handle. But it's not who I am, and that's not where I'm at. And she is Mariah is again a person that I've never talked to. No, okay, that's not fair. I talked to her once. Yeah, no, but like just once, and it wasn't even like a long conversation. It was just a basic back and forth asking about how the day was. Oh my God, what type of school do you go to where like dudes don't do that for people, regardless of romantic interest? Like, do men at your school not just have basic like common courtesy? Oh my God, that makes me feel even worse. Against my better judgment, I probably need like a drink, but I can't because I'm driving, so no drinks. But that's an insane sentence to hear. No, she's nice. She's very attractive. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that she's not attractive, because that's a lie. I Listen, I have told you so many times that I don't want to form any long-lasting, long-term, intensely connected relationships with anyone else here. I am here to do my time, and I'm here to move on. And as much as I know this, you're trying to be nice, you're trying to, I don't know, possibly wingman me, you're trying to set me up with a friend group of my own. I appreciate it a lot. It is not something that I want. I don't care necessarily, but I think it's very evident that you are going to tell me regardless of that fact. So go ahead. You know, at this point I was expecting a large number. I can't even begin to fathom why that's the case. I don't think I've talked to 15 people at this school, period, let alone women. I don't think I've done that. Oh my gosh. Yeah, no. One after the other. I was like just sitting in the corner of the room, or standing in the corner of the room, just like biding my time and stuff. Because I don't know what else. I don't know what to do here. I'm very out of my element. So just kind of standing, listening to the music, and people could not stop coming up to me. You haven't like talked me up to anyone, have you? Yeah, I probably should have figured that was the case. But why? You know, I don't want, like, you know, I don't want that. You know, I don't want to like start relationships that I know won't last me a long time in a place that's just super temporary. That's really nice. No. I'm not angry. I'm not. That is a very kind thing of you to do. I really do appreciate it. But the thing is that I can't. I don't have any interest. If I don't have any interest in friends, let alone starting a romantic relationship with someone at this point in their lives. It will only end up in like heartbreak for both of us when eventually I'm gone and they're gone, or they stay and I'm gone. Either way, I can't. No, there's. Why do you keep thinking that there's like such a complex, layered situation to every single thing I say? That's it. That. I don't know. I don't know what to say. I don't know. I think you want me to say something, and I don't know if I'm ready to say it yet. I can't look you in the eyes and tell you that I'm ready to say what you want me to say. Yes, but then what is going on here? Because you are pushing me into a multitude of situations that I am not comfortable with. I understand that this is your day, but this was more than that. No, we know each other on such a deep level at this point that you can't tell me that's not the case. I know that this was an attempt to set me up with someone. I know it was. I know that you have never heard me talk about stuff when it comes to romance, and I've shut down every single time you've tried to have a conversation about it. So you're really trying to figure out what's going on. Yeah, you are that easy to read, unfortunately. And I don't know if that's because you're just that easy to read in general, or again, spending 24/7 with someone will do that to you. So I don't know. It could be both. It could be one or the other. But I know that this is what this was. And I know it's coming out of a place of genuine care, but I need you to know that I'm not interested. Because I'm interested in you. I am interested in you. I don't know when it happened. I just know that it happened. I am interested in you romantically. I am, very much so. I cannot. Maybe it's because we are spending 24/7 together, but I can't stop thinking about you. Even when, like, I'm going to the bathroom or something like that, or you're in the I can't stop thinking about you. Ever. Oh my God, come on, you had to know. You had to know. Why do you think I asked you if there's a chance that we could move into an apartment together for college? I don't even know where I'm going. I don't even know where I want to go. But what I do know is that I want to do that and make that experience with you and only you. Of course, we'll make friends when we're there, obviously. Like, the friend thing and the you thing, those don't they don't overlap. They're two separate entities. I don't want to, like, make any genuine connections here because I don't think that I will be able to uphold them, and investing myself into a person when I may never see them again is not something that appeals to me. You kind of know where that's coming from, but also on the other hand, we have been spending every single day together, and I definitely am so into you, it's ridiculous. I didn't know I could feel this way about a person. After my folks passed, I didn't think that I could feel anything. There was just like a string of 4 months where I was just nothing, not a single thing. I couldn't feel anything, positive or negative. I just existed in life, and I went throughout it with nothing going on up there. And then I met you, and you made me feel something, and you started to open me up to all of these new experiences, and I started to come out of my shell, and we started to go do things together. And I'm not saying this is like a savior complex or anything. I know you did it out of the goodness of your heart, but I am so into you. No, come on. Let me, please, just let me drive you home. Please, I have not had a single drink. Please let me drive you home if you're gonna leave. Please. Whoa, hi. They're okay. No, I guess this makes sense. This is... I really probably should have seen this one coming. Well, funny enough, I was at this party, and then this thing happened, and I kind of went searching for this person that I really needed to have a conversation with. And I went to all the places that we love to go. I went to all of our favorite spots. I went to that little park that we like to go to that nobody else ever goes to for some reason, even though it is listed on Google when you search up parks near me. I went to that little overlook of the whole entire city that we also love to go to, and get a little bit high and have a really great time. And she wasn't there. And then I went to all the usual restaurant spots, and I'm aware most of the restaurants aren't open or anything like that, but considering the fact that me and this person spend a lot of time just sitting in the parking lots of those restaurants talking about life, I figured maybe that could be a place. I went to the school parking lot, same reasoning. It's a school we both go to, by the way, and couldn't find them anywhere. Now, you might be asking, why didn't you just message them and ask where they were? Well, see, the thing about that is, I don't know. I kind of just felt like they needed some time and space since they walked off, and although I was looking for them in face-to-face, I don't think that type of conversation is going to properly happen over the phone in a texting regard or a calling regard. So, eventually, I decided to end my night and come home to my abode, and oh, looky here, what do we find but the person that I had been looking for this entire time, laying on my couch because I completely had forgotten that I had given them a spare key. Yep, so here we are. And by the way, that spare key was very difficult to get. The landlord had to go through a whole thing with me and sat me down and lectured me. It was like, you can't be letting bad people into your life. And I said, trust me, it's not a bad person at all. It's a wonderful person. A person that I couldn't trust more even if I tried. So yeah, now we're here. And, that's the situation, and I'm very interested to know what is going on in your head. And if this is something that you don't feel ready to have a conversation about, you can take the bed, I can take the couch. That's totally fine. Okay, thank goodness, because if we're being honest with each other, I could not do it. I wish I would do it and be fine with it, but in all reality, you know me, I can't not have the conversation and just leave something in the air like this for an overnight period. So, do you want to ask me questions, or do I ask you questions? I don't. That last interaction was very, seesaw back and forth. So I don't exactly know who should be doing the question asking, I guess. No. No. I am not mad at all. That's a good first question, though. I hope that I was trying to display that through my tone and my general upbeat feeling that I'm trying to give off. And that is because I get it. Feelings are confusing, and we have been on such a roller coaster together that it's something. And the feelings are so, at least for me, strong. So if there's even a infinitesimal part of that you're feeling as well, I can't blame you for needing to take the time to gather your thoughts. And again, hey, I said I was really overwhelmed in that situation, and what happened there was 10 times more overwhelming than I was feeling before. So I'm not mad at you at all. Now, confused, on the other hand, is another emotion that I may be feeling a little bit. Because if it was a situation where I kissed you and then you ran away, I would totally get it, and I'd be like in my head, okay, there is absolutely no way this person wants to see me ever again in my life. And I would probably try not to even see you and just give you your space because I'd be too freaked out. But what really gets me is you are the person who kissed me and then you ran away. And that's not a problem. Once again, as I said, everything is overwhelming. But I gotta know what is going through your mind right now. Or I guess what was going through your mind then, whatever you feel more comfortable answering right now. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know. I was freaking out earlier on, but I was still kind of riding that adrenaline rush of being kind of nervous, especially when you started, not necessarily intentionally, but backing me into a corner so I had to say something. Oh, okay. Wow. You don't really think that, do you? No, you're not stupid for thinking that. And you didn't ruin a moment at all, because hopefully, if things go well, we'll have so many more moments together. But before all that, I want to quell that concern and tell you that I am not implanting myself on you, and these feelings aren't coming from a place of taking the emotions and feelings and love and appreciation that I had for my folks and putting it on you. I'm not doing that, because that would be so unhealthy. And I've gone to enough therapy to get out of the stage where I am intentionally doing unhealthy things to myself and the others, the people around me. In this case, the only person around me is you. The feelings that I have for you, although they could have been initiated by you being my first mainstay source of human contact in a very long time, it's not because of that. That is more of, if it was solely derived off of that, that's a form of obsession. That is a form of love that has a negative connotation to it. My love, love for you is solely out of positivity, out of the happiness that you bring to me on a daily basis, and the happiness that I believe I bring you on a daily basis. It comes from this foundation of two people with broken pasts coming together and figuring out that they are not necessarily the solution, but kind of the solution to each other's puzzle, the final piece to like put in the puzzle of the heart and finally like completely mend it. You are simply something that I never saw coming ever. Even before my folks. I didn't think I could find someone, including my folks. That's the thing. I love them to death, and I think about them every single day, and I wish they were here. And and you know what? I know they wouldn't mind me saying this. And the reason I know they wouldn't mind me saying this is because they want to see me happy. I connect with you on a level that I didn't even connect with any of my family, immediate or distant. This is real for me. This is so real for me. More real than I could have possibly ever comprehended or anticipated, really. And the only thing that I could think of so there's the whole thing that before you pass away, in a very in a tragic, very immediate moment, your life flashes before your eyes, the life that you've had. And when you kissed me, the opposite happened. My life flashed before my eyes, but it was my life with you going forward into young adulthood, into growing old together, into possibly getting married, into possibly having kids. All of these things I saw happening right there. And it was right in my reach. And that's why when you left, I was kind of, sad, I guess, because I was nervous is this going to be something that is it just a flash in the pan that I'm going to remember for the rest of my life and I'm going to wake up every day thinking about? Or is it something that I can actually perhaps experience? A level of happiness that I thought I wasn't ever going to experience. So, I guess the only question that I have to ask is, do you love me too? I do. I do love you a lot. And I also know that this is real. You know how I know this is real? Is because I would never say that I love someone at this short of a time period since knowing them. That's totally out of character for me. But I look you in your eyes and I can't see anything but love. That's all that's there. I know I risk sounding like a 14-year-old girl, maybe even younger, but you are my endgame. I know it was terrible. I'm aware. And then my internalized sexism by saying it's a 14-year-old girl. It can be a 14-year-old anyone. What am I talking about? What do I know? Just ridiculous. So now that we got that out of the way and we are in a more private place, do you think we can resume that whole... Yeah. Even better than the first. I hope that you are prepared to doing a lot of that in the future, because I very much am. And I know that there is a strict non-PDA policy in that regard at the school, but I am telling you one thing right now. I simply don't know if I'll be able to keep my lips off of you after this moment. Honestly, I'm just so glad that you're okay and safe. I wanted to message you, but I wanted to give you your space. Yeah, but I wanted to know that you were safe, but also I didn't want to push myself on you. So I'm glad that you were back here, and I'm glad that we talked this out. So, you know what this means, right? Well, everything is good now. Even better than it was. And I don't know if you remember, but we have book club tomorrow. Yeah, we have book club tomorrow. Meredith is going to be making cucumber sandwiches. And it is very important that we get over there in time, because you know how she hates when we're late. Especially on the weekends. She's like, you got nothing better to do. It's the weekend. You better be here on time. So how about we enjoy our first cuddle session to sleep in the lovely bed we have provided here as a couple. Oh my God. I didn't. Hey, so we're a thing, right? Like a thing, like a couple, like you and me, like together forever kind of deal. Cool. Good to hear. Fine, you can be the big spoon tonight.
you're just so short compared to me. It's so difficult, you know. You're basically just a jetpack. You're not even a spoon. Because big spoons and little spoons. A little spoon is like 2/3 of a big spoon. You're like half of me. But